on with the next episode of WWE 2K25 Showcase. This time, Women's Money in the Bank match. We're playing as Tamina. Take it away, Heyman.
We've come to the part of the showcase where we get to talk about Tamina. Ever since walking in WWE, shoulder to shoulder with the Usos, Tamina's alliance with this dynasty has never been in question.
I remember watching Monday Night Raw and I seen Tamina debut with my brothers. It was a pretty cool, dynamic, right? Two of my brothers and Tamina.
Together, Tamina and the Usos helped each other navigate through a trial-filled first year in WWE, making sure they all survived together. In later years, Tamina has formed alliances with both Naomi and Nia Jax, honoring this family's connection. While Tamina has looked to create her own name in the industry, she has never missed a chance to acknowledge her place in this family either. Trained by Afa and Sika, the wild Samoans, Tamina was instilled with the same instincts that have carried each member of this family to wrestling glory. Her in-ring approach is similar to many in the bloodline. Quick striking, high-impact attacks, and smothering holds. As capable with a super kick or a big splash as anyone else, Tamina has maintained a remarkable level of success in her WWE career. A constant contender, Tamina has competed for the Women's Championship on many occasions. She's also held the Women's Tag Team Championships along with 9 separate reigns as the 24/7 champion. Tamina has proven capable in any environment against any opponent. Tamina is always the perfect test for a rising contender. Defeating Tamina proves that you're at the top of your game, and she will always expose those who aren't quite ready yet. Taking her lightly is the easiest way to book your visit to the local medical facility. Tamina has taken part in many memorable moments, but in the 2K25 showcase, we're going to give you the chance to make history. In the first ever Women's Money in the Bank match, Carmella, of all people, would walk out victorious after letting someone else do all the work. Tamina, Becky Lynch, Natalya, and Charlotte Flair were all robbed of a great opportunity that night by Carmella. So this is your chance to make it right. Showcase Tamina's grit and take out the other 4 ladies in this ladder match to become the first ever winner of the Women's Money in the Bank. Carmella might still sneak out with the win, but if she does, she's doing it on her own because we're not allowing anyone else at ringside for this match in our showcase.
Kind of funny he mentions that when, for those who might not know, when Carmella did win this match, she had like a male escort. That sounds weird. Valet, that's the right word. She had a male valet who basically got it and gave her the briefcase. The women in the match were all like, that's not right. It's like, a man can't win the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match type of thing. And plus, Carmella was a heel at the time, so you just do what you can to get the heat. So they're like, okay, fine, redo the match on TV, and we're gonna ban him from the building. and Carmella still won. So it was fine. Anywho, Charlotte Flair, 16-time women's champion, few-time tag, 2-time Royal Rumble winner, and probably one of the most overrated women. Okay, speaking of overrated, that might be a little bit controversial. Becky Lynch. I say this like I don't cheer for her every single time, so I can't even go overrated. Well, nah. See, this was one of those. This Becky Lynch, I was like, this version of Becky Lynch, I was like 50-50 on. It was like sometimes I liked her, sometimes I didn't. I kind of wish she'd bring back the steampunk goggles for the entrances, but at the same time I was like, steampunk, I always think it's kind of cool, kooky, unique, as weird as it is to say, but she ain't gonna bring it back, way too popular now. Next up, here you got Tamina. Well, Heyman covered that. Well, Heyman covered her. The only thing he didn't cover, and that's, I think, because they're trying to distance themselves from it, she is the daughter of Jimmy Snuka, who was in WWE in the 80s and had a crazy moment in Madison Square Garden from the top of the steel cage where he had a big leap off the top of the steel cage, and it was... you can find the clips all over YouTube, all over social media. It's just one of those moments that went everywhere and made a lot of people fans. Carmella! Oh, one of my favorites. It is a shame that she was released from the company. Yeah, no, it just sucks. It was kind of one of those. It's like, I'm not gonna say as a fan, I was upset, but also at the same time, granted, she was kind of on maternity leave and had a whole lot of, I don't want to say issues with the pregnancy and such, but I follow her Instagram, like she had a issue with one of them, and it was just, oy. From what I've seen on her social media, everything's fine. She's all healthy. The child is now healthy. So that's always a positive. I do feel bad for her getting released. Natalya, third generation superstar, daughter of Jim the Anvil Neidhart, niece of Bret Hart. And when I first saw her, she was a valet for the Hart Dynasty, which was David Hart Smith and Tyson Kidd, who's her real life husband. I don't remember them too well, but from what I saw, I kind of liked them, but I didn't necessarily know how they were connected to the family. I just thought, okay, that's odd. They're the Hart family. But yes, this is a Money in the Bank ladder match, which means we might be here for a while. We might be here for a while, or however long this video is. For those who don't know, Money in the Bank ladder match, you can kind of see the briefcase in the upper corner, in the upper area of the screen. Well, not right now, but you'll see it here and there in the upper, like, I don't even want to say upper third of the screen, like upper 12th of the screen. You can kind of see it. It looks like it's that green thing that just dangles every so often. It's supposed to be white because that's the women's. So weird. Yeah, well, whatever. Money in the Bank ladder match was created in about 2005 as kind of a way to get underperforming wrestlers, basically mid-card wrestlers, to get them into the world title picture if they couldn't find a way to organically put them into the world title picture. First ever winner of the Money in the Bank match on the men's side of things was Edge, who held held the briefcase for about 280 days before cashing in on John Cena. And it was a New Year's Revolution. Interestingly enough, Carmella, the actual winner of this match, held onto the briefcase for, I think the official record shows, 282 days when she cashed in and won the SmackDown Women's Championship for her first time. Might have been her only time as well, but there'll be a note if it was there'll be notes to correct that later. But no. So yeah, definitely used to try and catapult careers. Other people it's catapulted. It has helped CM Punk. Shoot, who else? There's so many winners. It's like matches over 20 years. Oh my gosh, the match is 20 years old. Oh man. Well, kind of cool. It came from the Money in the Bank ladder match evolved from, hey, here's this little match to put 6 people on the card at WrestleMania, and now here's a full pay-per-view, premium live event, whatever you want to call them, that is about it. Which is, I think it's good as kind of a pay-per-view gimmick. It's alright. I kind of like it in a sense that, hey, you know you're gonna get these matches. And I'm kind of glad, as a person, I'm kind of glad now that Triple H has taken over. We kind of don't have a lot of gimmicky pay-per-views like Extreme Rules or Hell in a Cell, because personally, Extreme Rules, yeah, every match should have some kind of stipulation to it. That's the gimmick of the show. But Hell in a Cell, in a way, I think personally that should kind of be, if you're gonna name a pay-per-view after a match type, well, personally, this is gonna show a little bit. If you're gonna name a pay-per-view after a match type that's involved a cage, you gotta do TNA Lockdown style. Every match takes place in the cage. As terrible as it would be, and it would kind of demoralize the Hell in a Cell structure, or even a steel cage structure, it's like, look, don't name a pay-per-view after it if you're not gonna use it the entire time. But at the end of the TNA Lockdown run, they basically stopped doing every match in a steel cage, and they're like, alright, all the big matches get in the steel cage, and then there was usually a lethal lockdown match, which, man, they're not doing anymore. Now they're just doing Hardcore War, which is the same thing without the cage, and that sucks. I want lethal lockdown back. TNA, bring back lethal lockdown. You've got a whole thing with NXT. Trick Williams just stole your TNA title. By the way, I'm recording this after I've been to Battleground Tampa in 2025. Ayo! Match was great. Show was great overall. But that's beside the point. Like, you can get a good lethal lockdown with everything. Cause like, man, who would you put? Like, okay, for NXT, definitely like, if you're doing 5-on-5, I would definitely do Trick Williams for NXT. Lexus King, I could see being a good one. So him, Lexus, because yeah, I'm definitely thinking 5-on-5. Hank and Tank, the tag champs at the time right now, so that's 4. And then number 5, I could do, maybe, yeah, let's do Wesley for number 5. And then the 5 for TNA, you could do Joe Hendry. Mind you, this is being recorded like the Tuesday after NXT, so kind of guesstimating. So yeah, I would do Hendry, Santana. Who else would I put in this? well, you can do the Hardys for the TNA Tag Champs if you're gonna have them, so that's 4. And then throw in Trey Miguel or not Trey Miguel. Throw in Moose. Only on the grounds if he's been a TNA guy for like ever. I say forever, since like 2016. Man, he's been in that company almost 9 years. Good for him. Good for him. So yeah. Man, I've been rambling. Also, speaking of rambling, with the Heyman ramble, he mentioned the 24/7 title. Yeah, we can kind of forget that thing happened. That was trash. Well, I mean, I liked it. It was good humor, and Archer got to have a ton of fun with it. So that's kind of a win. Oh yeah, let's just get out of that submission faster by just tapping out, since I can't lose via tap out in this match. Hooray! Alright. So, well, I'm currently asleep. Who else is in this thing? I mean, going over every career. Charlotte Flair, 16-time world champion, 2-time Royal Rumble winner, and like I said earlier, probably the most overrated woman in this match. Becky Lynch, like a 6-time champion. And her and Charlotte actually were the 2 of the 3, the third being Ronda Rousey. First 3 women to main event of WrestleMania, but they main evented WrestleMania 35, the last WrestleMania. That was one night. So, because then yeah, starting in 2020 / WrestleMania 36, that's kind of when they went. Yeah, we're gonna split this into 2 nights because it's allowing us to do more, and that's like, shut up, it's allowing you to get more money. You can say all you want. The 2-night WrestleMania, well, yes, it is easier on the talent and the fan base to where they don't necessarily have to sit down for 8 hours to watch the show. They now just sit down for 8 hours and watch it over 2 days instead of 1. That's all about money. Like, don't even kid yourselves. We know it's about the money. We always know. Same reason SummerSlam is moving to 2 nights. Money. Oh, hey, cutscene.
Nice reversal by Charlotte Flair. Charlotte driving Tamina, and both tumble to the floor. Both women crashing down hard. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, the first to her feet, surveying the situation. Oh my blimey, Tamina into the steps.
Well, you are seeing a heightened level of aggression, heightened level of intensity from all these competitors because of the stakes involved.
Guys, where's Charlotte going?
Flair looking to up the ante now from the top.
Oh my goodness, taking out everybody.
The Queen rising to the occasion.
What you just saw is why we say Charlotte.
So I don't know why. I mean, yeah, that was just a simple corkscrew senton. I say simple like I could do it. My unathletic built self could do that. No. As much as I am not the biggest fan of Charlotte, I will admit she knows what she's doing. She's amazing talent in the ring. Same with all these women, actually. Amazing talents in the ring, and always all around fun to watch. But, no. I don't know why. I guess I was kind of expecting it to be a moonsault that Charlotte did. And I will admit, her moonsault has always been very good. It's been very good to watch. Kind of a thing of beauty. Although I think the craziest moonsault I saw was when PCO did it at a USA Pro Wrestling show, and I'm like, what? Saw that happen, and I was like, what? It's like, who let Grandpa out? Because, yeah, PCO was, well, Perfect Creation 1, Pierre Carl Outlet was, definitely He was a tag guy in the 90s in WWE. He was a Quebecer, actually. So, but then I guess he stopped for a while, came back when he was older and said, alright, yeah, I am now PCO. I just abbreviated his name, and that eventually became a Undead Frankenstein, proving that he is not human. Frankenstein, like Frankenstein was alive. Frankenstein was the doctor. The monster, it was Frankenstein's monster, which was part of his shtick. But that's no big deal. That's neither here nor there. No, but so yeah, that's basically all I can say about him, because they're not important anymore. Just rambling. What else can we ramble? Yeah, they put all this detail in the game. Here's all the graphics, all that, and it's like, can't get the Money in the Bank briefcase right. Whatever. Jerk. Through the chair. That's one of my favorite things to do. Granted, I didn't do it. But yeah, it's always fun to throw the chair, or kendo stick, baseball bats, whatever you want at people. The mods that people do are really funny, because I've seen a couple people, Hispanic households will get this, have modded like microphones or whatever they have to be a sandal / chancla to do it, and it's just funny because they just throw it and it's just brings back bad memories for some households. Not mine though. Not mine. And yep, flash of red, that means someone's bleeding. The disarmor. Tap out. Didn't end the match. Alright, we gotta put an end to this soon. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to redo this whole thing. And I've already had to redo it. Yeah, so, by that, when I say I had to redo it, after the little cutscene with the corkscrew, not corkscrew moonsault, but the corkscrew senton, that's what it was. There's a little time challenge, and I failed the objective, so I had to restart, because I'm OCD and want to have all the unlockables for the game. That's just me though. Anyway, whoa. Oh, that was a crazy one. What the? Okay. Didn't mean to hit the pause button there. But, okay. Shake it off. You jerk. Up, natural selection. I have fallen to natural selection. Nope. I will admit, yeah, that's also a good move for his natural selection. Yeah, Charlotte's got plenty of good moves. Well, that explains why she's a 16-time world champion. But, and then, yeah, I can't even believe all this. Are they just... Well, if they're all distracted, I am just gonna quietly climb up and claim this, and we're calling it here. That takes care of that. We have rewritten history. Tamina is now your first ever women's Money in the Bank ladder match winner, not Carmella. Oh, hey, look at that. I have blood on my face. Yay, we did it. And we unlocked everyone's 2017 attires. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, next week, we continue.